you put it in there at.
Say that again, Miss Sally.
Okay, so Bitcoin, if you have Bitcoin and all these different coins invested in all the different coins, like Ethereum or some other coins, then will the value increase when Bitcoin increases, or is it locked in at the price that you originally put it in there at?
I'm gonna let Stanley answer that one. Hold on, you muted, Stanley. You muted.
All right, Miss Sally, that's a good question. So there are actually two different spots where you can have Bitcoin start to accumulate on the site, right? So one of them is the investment portfolio that you start opening, and there's another spot that actually accumulates all of your profits, all of your profits that's coming from your investment portfolios, all of the profit bonuses that's coming from the investors that you bring in business, from their deposits, and also from the bonuses that they make. Okay, so that money right there is going to appreciate as the Bitcoin value appreciates, and your investment portfolios they're going to gain interest based off of what the traders are trading, and you're also going to be able to get the benefit of the appreciation from Bitcoin. So the answer to your question is yes. You're going to be earning the appreciation from Bitcoin as long as the Bitcoin price is going up. Your money is continuing to go up.
Okay, so can you show us where that's at?
Say again now.
You know what?
Show us where that's at? Where that is?
Yeah, I can show you where that is.
Hey, you know what, Stanley? I was confused about that. You just answered my question. Thank you very much, Stanley. Because you notice that we're getting paid in Bitcoin, which is percentages. We're getting paid in percentages. We're not getting paid in American dollars. So because we're getting paid in percentages, he's right. As Bitcoin goes up, so does I was trying to figure out a strategy of when to pull out of the investment side and buy Bitcoins, but there's no reason to do that because
right.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to figure out too, Eric. I was going to take it out, but then I said, well, wait, it's Bitcoin, so why would I take it out? But I wasn't sure. I need to be sure. So
yeah,
we actually, by having it in Ethereum, you're getting more money than just having Bitcoin.
Yes.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. I didn't think about that until he said it. I said, hold up, he's right. It's percentages. So if I spend $400 right now, I'm going to get $400 worth of a Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin price goes up, that 400 or that percentage, let's say I buy 1/4 of a Bitcoin. So if 1/4 represents $400, then when Bitcoin goes up to say 3,000, then 1/4 might represent more money. So I see what he's saying. He's right. He's absolutely right.
750. Yep.
So then why buy Bitcoin and then put it into Ethereum and get more money than just buying Bitcoin?
That's the plan. We just got to tell everybody so they can come up under our links and do it.
You can also buy the Ethereum because I think Ethereum is going to skyrocket. It says $17. Yesterday it was at $15. $2 jump is significant, hugely significant. That's a huge percentage. And like we said, 2 years, Bitcoin was at 2 years in existence, from 2008 to 2010, Bitcoin was actually at $15. So Ethereum has been in existence about 2 years, and it's at $17. So it's kind of on track to do the same thing Bitcoin did, but the only thing that I'm seeing with Ethereum is it actually has a faster processing time than Bitcoin has. Although Bitcoin is being added to every day and they're expanding. We have Ethereum with more platforms, more technology, more functionality. So it could actually end up being a strong powerhouse in the game in the next 4 or 5 years. So if we can buy it for $17 right now, and that coin's going to end up at a $1,500, $1,000 God, Lee, could you imagine how much profit that is?
Yeah.
Right now you can buy 10. Right now you can buy 10 bitcoins for $170 or maybe $200. Okay, because somebody, you may pay a little few fees.
Ethereum.
Yeah, Ethereum, you can get them for under $200 for 10 of them. Now, could you imagine having 10 of them in 4 years, and then all of a sudden that coin is worth $1,000? That's $10,000 that you made off of $200. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is. It is. So, I forgot what my next.
Huh?
I'll think of it. My next question, I forgot what it was. I'll think of it. It'll come back to me.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to crank it on up, you guys. We'll have some more people coming in a minute. Welcome to the Family Cash Machine. Myself and Stanley, we want to get through this training real fast. I am going to go through a webinar, but I do want to talk about now, and I know everybody will pop in a minute, and I need them to hear this information. Yesterday, I was talking about, let me go ahead and share my screen. Yesterday, I was speaking about Ripple coin. Myself and Stanley were talking about Ripple coin. Okay, it's not responding. Give me a minute. It's going to change my screen, and you guys will be able to see my screen. Okay, there we go. Now, let me move this over a little. Yesterday, you guys, we were talking about Ripple coin, and I made an error, and I want to correct it. Now, the purpose of the Ripple coin, me and Stanley were both correct in that it is a coin that's going to be used for financial institutions mainly. And so banks and financial institutions will be using that coin because the coin, the blockchain that coin is on, it's the blockchain that it uses is compatible with a lot of softwares that they use in the medical, in the banking. And I was saying to you, Miss Sally, remember I said that this coin is only 6 cents a coin. Why is it number 4? Well, duh, I wasn't even paying attention. The reason it's number 4 is because of the cap rate, the market cap rate. Okay? It has the highest cap rate of all the other cap rates. Okay? It's number 4 as far as the cap rate is concerned. That's why. You see, the cap rate goes down and down and down as you go down the list. The highest one, of course, is Bitcoin, approaching $20 billion. Okay? And so then you have Ethereum at 1 billion. They finally reached $1 billion. I remember they were under $1 billion. They were like, I remember they were like 800 or 900 million about 5 or 6 months ago. So they are almost at $2 billion cap rate. Then you have Dash at 300 million cap rate. Then you have Ripple. That's why. Okay, you have it number 4. They're going by the market capitalization rate. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what that is. That's why we have that that ranking like that. They base it on the market cap rate. So I don't know how I just forgot that yesterday. We were just engulfed in talking about the U.S. dollar, and I just plumb forgot how these numbers correlate with one another and how they derive with certain numbers. Okay, so we got some people coming in now. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the webinar so we can keep moving. And I'm going to share with you guys my screen again. Excuse me, I'm still getting over a little cold, but like I told you guys, cold don't stop, weather don't stop. We are so adamant about what's going on right now. I do have an announcement to make right now. Myself and Stanley, we do have an announcement to make that Bitcoin has now reached an all-time high. It has exceeded its highest limits ever in the world. It is over $1,200. Okay, it has actually went as high as $1,280. It has actually surpassed gold. Wow. Bitcoin now per coin is higher than gold. It is digital gold. It is being called the gold of cryptocurrency. They call Ethereum the oil of cryptocurrency. So what is this all about? What's going on? Well, what's going on is, first of all, we have a situation with this ETF, and everybody is anticipating the decision coming down from Wall Street with the Winklevoss twins. Okay, but what's going on actually is I'm finding out there's two commissioners that are going to vote on this. One is a Republican, one is a Democrat. I need to find out who's who. But anyway, I know that the chairman is somewhat in favor of this. He's actually made some comments last week to his favoring of Bitcoin. But in the event that they don't vote on it, it's going to automatically pass on March, which is next week, the 11th. This ETF on Wall Street, listen to me guys, this is very insignificant. This is the first time this has ever happened in the history of the world. A digital currency will be an ETF on the SEC. If they don't vote on it, come up on the 11th, it's automatically a law. If they vote on it, okay, there's only two chairmen, commissioners is going to vote. One appears to be in favor, one appears to be uncertain. The guy who's in favor of it is actually the chairman of the board. So his vote is more significant. But in the event there's a split in the vote, the default will kick in and automatically make this thing a law. Wow. So Bitcoin as of the 11th could actually shoot up $3,000 to $3,000, $3,500. I don't know how long it can take. It can take a week, 2 weeks after that. But this is why we're getting so much momentum. You guys are actually watching history. And I'm just thankful that myself and Stanley and all of us are not only watching history, we're actually a part of it. we're on it, you guys. So I congratulate all you guys for being on top of history. Okay? So that's what's going on. That's why you're seeing all this movement. So many people coming to Bitcoins. I've been using this momentum in my marketing to get people's attention, because if you can't use this to get their attention, nothing's going to get their attention. So with Bitcoin now surpassing gold, come on now, how can you not pay attention? How can you say that this is a scam, a Ponzi scheme? How could you say that when this now, Bitcoin, has surpassed gold? You're going to pay more money per Bitcoin now than you will for a whole ounce of gold. So don't let anybody tell you, oh, this is just digital money and it has no value. Not true. Not true at all, because this is actually now a real commodity. As about last year, they actually defined it as a real commodity, but now Bitcoin has surpassed gold as of yesterday, okay? And it's going to continue to go up. As of the 11th, when that decision is made, if they don't make a decision, it automatically goes into effect. If they make the decision, it looks like one guy is in favor, the other woman is not in favor, but the guy who's in favor is the chairman of the board. So it looks like this thing now has a 70% chance of passing. If you guys have any money, you should buy some Bitcoins now. Join me and Stanley. You could be looking at a $2,000 to $3,000 profit in matter of weeks per Bitcoin. This is crazy. You're watching history. Okay? When they start trading, I read today, me and Stanley, there are literally, what do we read, Stanley? Hundreds of millions of people, investors, waiting for this decision on the 11th. Wow. So you know what's going to happen, right? A whole bunch of money finna start coming into this family cash machine. A whole bunch of money start is getting ready to start coming to you guys who are spreading this message of cryptocurrency. A lot of big guys are going to start coming and asking you guys more about how do they get involved. Okay, they've been watching this. They've been watching it for a while. They were uncertain. Now a lot of uncertainty is leaving. Okay, so, and I know why, because this is a real technology that has a real value. It has a real purpose. It has a real demand for it. It can actually help a lot of people, regardless of the money side or making money with it. Other than that, it has a purpose. It has a really tremendous, a beneficial purpose around the world. So with that, we're going to go ahead and just start. Happy to see you there. I think that's Mike there. Is that Mike? MD?
Yes, man.
What's going on, man? I ain't seen you in a while. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start the webinar, you guys. And we're going to go ahead and get this thing going real quick because I want Stanley to do his thing. We're going to get through this real smooth. I'm going to maybe do 20 minutes here.
I finally got hooked up with Zoom.
Say that again. Okay, I'm going to need everybody to mute their phones. Mute your phones. Everybody mute their phone. Mute their screens. Mute your screen. And we're going to go ahead and start the webinar. Mute your screens. I'm trying to mute Mike. I can't mute you. So everybody mute their screens. We'll go ahead and go and start this right now and get this done. Okay, it's a family cash machine. As you guys know, we created this to make people think more about generational wealth and how generational wealth is created. And mainly, generational wealth is created through investing in like oil, real estate. There's certain families that have invested in inventions and ideas. There's certain families that now, recently, over the last 20 years, have invested in technology. And predominantly, internet technology has created a lot of successful families now that probably, like Bill Gates, I believe Bill Gates' family, they won't be worried about any money for the next couple hundred years. I mean, they're set. They're set. They have so much wealth, and Bill Gates is heavily invested now in this cryptocurrency. So that's what we're about. We're about teaching you guys about wealth. Right now, we're talking about money. We're talking about cryptocurrency. We're actually talking about how to position yourselves, okay? So when you do make money in this industry, I didn't say if, when you do make money in this industry, what are you going to do with it? That's what the Family Cash Machine is about. Myself and Stanley will be developing more programs inside of this program to teach you guys about family trust funds, teach you guys about offshore accounts, and you really won't need a lot of offshore accounts when you're moving money digitally. We're going to teach you guys more about foreign corporations and how to shelter your belongings in safe positions to protect you from lawsuits and things like that, and to protect your family's wealth. So that's really what we're about. Now, we see cryptocurrency as a means to create a lot of money for a lot of people real fast. Again, you guys are about to see one of the greatest of exchanges of wealth ever in the history of the world, because there's never been a time in the world that we had a technology, okay, that actually has the capability of being used as a currency. There's also never been a time in the world that we had all of the economies, all of the fiat currencies ready to crash simultaneously, okay? They're all in debt. They're all in debt to their eyeballs. They don't know and understand how to even get out of it because these economies were created on debt, okay? So that's what's going on in the world. Now, let's look at this slide here for a minute. I love this slide. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can. My computer is taking a little delay here. This, let me see if I can get this slide to come up. My computer is delaying. Come on, computer. Don't play with me today. It was working great before we started the webinar. Now it's slowing up. Okay, let's go ahead and start this from the beginning. I'm going to start this webinar. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on. You guys see my screen, right? Did it black out? Okay. There we go. Okay, cool. We're in the game. This is a very great illustration of the average American on the left. Imagine that escalator coming down, as a normal escalator usually goes down or up. Okay, imagine that escalator coming down, and this gentleman is trying to reach to the top. He realizes he got on the wrong escalator, and he's going up. This is how I view the average American today in this global economy, and especially in America with the fiat currency, the American dollar, heading down, the economy going down. This gentleman is trying to become successful. That's us. And it exerts more energy of us to get to the top. It exerts more energy when the momentum is moving in opposition to where you're moving. This is because they don't teach us about money. We don't know about money. We don't understand money. We don't understand what creates value of the money. We don't even understand why they print the money and why the money is not backed by gold. We have no clue about the rules and principles of money. The American dollar is actually deflating. Inflation is being created. The whole economy is diving down fast, and we're steady trying to become successful in life. We're trying to get ahead in life. So therefore, what's happening is we're moving against the momentum of the dollar that we're using. On the right-hand side, you have a gentleman over here who understands leverage. He understands currencies. He understands money. He understands commodities. He understands assets. And he's moving in accord to becoming successful and accomplishing his dreams. But he's using a vehicle that is actually moving in the same direction that he's moving in. That's all of you guys here on this phone. All of you guys here, you're understanding currency now. You're understanding the difference between currency and money. You guys are understanding the difference between the American dollar and money. The American dollar is not money, it's a currency. It's a big difference. The average person has no clue. So they're working 2 and 3 jobs in a household now just to try to make ends meet and forget getting ahead. The average American has no savings now. There used to be a time when we had a savings. The average American now is just robbing Peter to pay Paul to get ahead. And it requires now for the man to work 2 jobs and the woman to work 2 jobs if they want to continue to survive on a middle-class level, okay? That's what's going on. The global economic problem around the world, of course, is banking, is inflation, is the gross domestic product, is inflated taxes, unemployment, the dumbing down of the people, okay? Because what they do now is they make sure you guys don't understand about money. And so what they do is they make sure you guys don't understand the rules of money. So therefore, let me move this out the way here. Okay, fractionalized lending, derivatives. Boy, that's a big word there. We're not going to go into derivatives. But there is going to be a commotion here real soon, and you're seeing more and more protests. I think you guys have seen the biggest protests ever in the history of the world with the United States presidency recently, okay? You're going to see more protests because the direction that this country is moving and the direction that the economy is moving, people don't know what the hell's going on. They're trying to figure out what's happening. How are you going to survive the economic collapse that's getting ready to happen? You guys are getting ready to witness one of the greatest economic disasters ever in the history of the world. And I know you guys hear me say this a lot, and you're like, why does he keep saying that? This is heading to an end, okay? What are you going to do when the dollar is worth nothing? How are you going to feed your babies? How are you going to feed yourself? How are you going to maneuver when you go to the bank and just like India said last month, oh, by the way, 86% of our money is worth nothing, okay? It's possible. It can happen here in America. Yesterday we went through about 10 or 12 or 14 different scenarios of what's adding to the death of the dollar, okay? That video is up right now that you guys can watch. What are you guys going to do? I mean, prisons is a big industry now. Unicor, prison industries is now traded on Wall Street. Is this the plan of America? Is this how we're going to bounce back our economy? By locking up mothers and locking up people and making money off of people being locked up for menial crimes, for nonviolent crimes? You know, it's funny that America has more right now prisoners Okay? America has more prisoners than China. China has 3 billion people or something. We only have 350 or 390 million people in America, not even a billion. We have more prisoners than China. And this is, quote unquote, the home of the free. Prisons are big business. Is that our plan to bounce up out of this economy? Okay, interesting. Bankers need to be arrested. Henry Ford said, if the American people knew and understood banking in America, there would be a revolution overnight. That's what Henry Ford said. And by the time people find out the cold reality of how banking works, it's too late. And this is why we're doing what we're doing today, myself and Stanley and all of you guys. This is our mission. It's to wake people up, man, because I had a conversation with Stanley today, and I said, man, people are in a mirage. You know what a mirage is? It's like you're in the desert. And because you're so desperate and you're so desolate, okay, you start disillusioning things. You start having illusions, and you start seeing things that's not there. That's what's going on in America. The people are in a mirage because they don't understand banking, don't understand real money and how money is operating. So they have, and the economy. So they don't have a clue why things are so rough. Ben Bernanke, the former chairman of the Federal Reserve, he talked about virtual currencies. He talked about digital currencies. He knew about Bitcoin. He spoke about it. He said virtual currencies may hold a long-term promise, particularly if the innovations promote a faster, more secure, and more efficient payment system. Well, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency does. It does exactly that. It provides a safer, because the blockchain can't be hacked, okay, for one, because there's no centralized point. It also promotes a more faster system because we don't have to go through all of that divulging our information. And it does serve a long-term purpose. Bitcoin started around 2008. Here we are, 2017. It's still going strong, reaching all-time highs. Say no more. In 2008, I call it the global economic meltdown, happened. It was orchestrated, okay? The American dollar went down in flames. We lost our three AAA credit, and now we have AA credit. Global economies around the world crashed. Greece defaulted on their loans. We now have the BRICS and all these other economic calamities happening. But in 2008, a mysterious person by the name of Satoshi Nakamoto, whom nobody's ever saw, he emailed a few scientists and talked about he had a invention. He had a project he was working on that was a peer-to-peer transaction. That was a transaction that wouldn't allow, that doesn't need third parties like banks or MoneyGram or PayPal. And it was an encryption. And they called it Bitcoin, okay? And Bitcoin is different from a standard fiat currency because it doesn't have anything to do with government policies. It doesn't have anything to do with interest rates or geographical boundaries. It is a technology that is an algorithm, and the value of it is solely based on people using it, okay, of course, and it's based on buyers and sellers agreeing on a specific price. That's called true market value. If you guys realize, we had one of the worst foreclosure rates ever in the history of the world. The worst foreclosures ever in the history of the world, and it's still going on. I was looking for a place recently for my cousin in Fontana, and he's probably, I think he's got this house, but in that small little city of Fontana, California, there's over 450 foreclosures right now. And that's, I thought that was incredible for one small city. I don't know how big it is, but it's not that big of a city. So, you know, this thing is real. It's still going on. And that was all orchestrated. I asked you guys, and anybody on the phone who's never watched the movie, The Big Short, I'm going to advise you guys to watch that movie. It's a great movie, The Big Short, and it'll break down to you the whole housing market and how that was orchestrated. But at the same time, how hundreds of millions of people around the world have lost their homes now. It just didn't happen in America. It's happened all over the world, okay? And this gentleman here, Mr. Trump, I don't think he really is the guy who's going to understand the problem. I think he's in there to enrich his own pockets or whatever, but I don't believe that he's the guy who has the knowledge to bring us up out of this. I don't worry about this stuff because I understand money, and I want you guys to understand money and position yourself, no matter what happens in the economy, where you can survive and you can maneuver. The internet, I told a friend of mine today, it represents to me the modern day enlightenment period, because before any revolution happens throughout history, there's always a period of time when the people get access to knowledge, okay? And in the Renaissance era, it was called the Enlightenment period, okay? Before you, when you had Da Vinci and you had Shakespeare and all these guys, they represented this Enlightenment period. And after these guys introduced the masses to books and reading and knowledge, then that's when the people realized that, you know, they were being done wrong. So that's what's happening today. And a lot of people, since the internet started, have had access to information that they never had access to. You know, right now on your phone, at your fingertips, you got access to information. You can access so much information. It's incredible. So this is the modern day enlightenment period to me, okay? Let's talk about cryptocurrency and the blockchain technology. What is cryptocurrency? It is an algorithm. Basically, it's an algorithm, and it's encrypted. It's an anonymous transaction. It's privacy. It represents privacy, a peer-to-peer transaction. There's no third party. Money can move freely. That's really big in business, because right now there's so many restrictions in this country. There's so many restrictions when it comes to sending money internationally. They want your name, your social security. They want your driver's license, your address, your mother's maiden name, your blood type, your DNA, and so forth and so on, before they send any money. So to be able to send money freely, unregulated, anonymously, empowers the people. And it allows money to move faster, and it actually has the power to rejuvenate economies, because now money can flow. And people who need money can get to the money. People who need funding can get funding. People who need expense paid, they can get to it. So money is not ruled by central banks. It's not ruled by interest rates. It's not ruled by bonds and stocks and all that other stuff. It's solely created value by buyers and sellers using this product, okay? The blockchain, we're gonna go through the blockchain one more time, show you guys the blockchain so you guys can explain the blockchain very well to other people. The blockchain is basically excuse me, oh there it is, bam. The blockchain, hey Miss Audrey, the blockchain is this is what it is. When Bitcoin blew up in 2013, they realized there was a technology backing this that was even more superior than the cryptocurrency itself. Now, mind you, cryptocurrency is not a lightweight thing, because we're dealing with currencies that have the capability of replacing all the money in the world. And that's a lot of value. So you guys, that's why I say you're in an industry that has the capability of creating more millionaires than any other industry in the world, because you're in an industry that deals with the biggest problem in the world. So whenever you have the solution to the biggest problem, it represents the biggest rewards. What people don't realize, and in the Great Depression, there were more millionaires made than any other time in history. So where there's huge trouble and disaster, there's also opportunity. So with the blockchain, what it is, it's a distributed ledger. The internet was never made for money. The internet was created by scientists and physicists to be able to share information with each other, files, research. And what happened is the people eventually wanted access to the internet. And so now the internet is a place where information can flow freely, okay? Now, I'm gonna make a point. They always had a problem on the internet called the double spin problem. Okay, and I need you guys to understand that, be able to explain it to people. The double spend problem is the problem of when you guys send an email, if you really look at it, you still have a copy of that email. You're sending them a copy of your copy. Okay, well, that's okay. But that's a problem when it comes to money. When it comes to money, if I purchase something from Miss Audrey and send her $100, it's very important that I don't keep that $100 to myself and continue to pass that $100 out. So that was called the double spend problem on the internet. The internet was never designed for money. So what happened is so many people got on the internet. Just in 1994, Katie Couric and Brian Gumbel said, what is this thing called internet? Nobody knew what it was. So when the internet exploded and you had 50 million, 100 million, 1 billion people on the internet, department stores decided, we want to be in front of these people. You know, we want to be in front of people. People are spending more time on the internet than they are on TV. So they started creating these online stores. The problem with that is, again, the double spend problem. So that incorporated a third party. Now you needed a merchant, a bank merchant company, or you needed a bank, or you needed PayPal. You needed some middleman, third party. Okay. Now that was great for a while. You know, people didn't care about encryptions. People didn't care about hackers and nothing because you had no hackers. So people were quick to pull out their credit card and swipe their credit card online. And this went on for some years until hackers became so sophisticated. This is one of the #1 problems in the world. Identity theft, okay? Credit card fraud, and hacking. You know, so what happens with a hacker is he goes into the third party, hacks that computer, and now he has access to millions of people's computer or information. With the blockchain, what was created was a distributed ledger. Wow. So with that ledger, when I do a transaction to Mike, it creates a block. If there's 100 million people in our blockchain, it will go out to all 100 million people in our blockchain as an encrypted code. They can't read it, but it goes out to everyone. So now the people are the validators of the transaction. And once our computers all validate that transaction, then money moves from point A to point B. This literally happens in seconds, okay? Now with that process, it alleviated the hackers because now a hacker has no one central point to hack. That transaction is verified by 100 million people. So the hacker would have to hack 100 million people simultaneously around the world at one time, virtually impossible, okay? And if he was able to get into one or two of these, you see these X's, then you have all these bubbles saying, no, that's not a real transaction. That doesn't match the original transaction, and it'll boot it out like a virus. So that's why it's more secure. It's unhackable. This is the way of the future, okay? What I love about the position we're in, Vince, what I love about the position we're in, Mike, is when you guys go out and talk about cryptocurrency, nobody knows what it is. Blockchain technology, nobody knows what it is. This is one of the biggest technologies invented. This is one of the hottest topics in the financial world. And you guys got it early in the game, okay? So this is how I looked when I first heard about it. I didn't know what to think, okay? Let me see if I can get another slide in. Okay, we got to freeze up here. Can't see. Must be getting old. Don't say that. Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. The Commodities Exchange. The SEC has defined cryptocurrency as a commodity. This is a very significant thing here. The Wackenboss twins are big news right now. These are the guys who sued Facebook for $300 million and won. So there must be some validity to their original grievance that Facebook stole their idea or some of their ideas or whatever. But these guys were smart enough to jump on this Bitcoin, this cryptocurrency, and what happened was they actually have Bitcoin now being decided by the 11th Okay, it's going to be decided by the 11th. They have this thing, the ETF, on the 11th decided on. In the event they don't vote on it, it automatically goes into play. So if that happens, Bitcoin is expected to go to $3,000 within the next, I don't know, couple of weeks, a month, or whatever. There's 100 million people waiting, investors, for this thing to happen. Wow. So we got 10 days or 9 days, whatever. We got 9 days left. Bitcoin is breaking records right now because of this anticipation. One of the guys who's the commissioner, there's two commissioners, is going to vote. One of them is showing favorability, and he actually happens to be the chairman. The other person is kind of undecided. Now, in the event there's a split and the chairman votes and the other commissioner votes, it will still automatically go into effect. So they're saying now it is a 70% chance that all of you guys here on the Family Cash Machine, and me too, are getting ready to experience an explosion of value in the cryptocurrency that we possess right now. So everybody else out there watching this, what you waiting for? What are you waiting for? This is no better time to get in this right now, okay? Okay, here's three significant gentlemen here, actually all billionaires. These are 3 billionaires, not millionaires. We have Richard Branson that owns Virgin Airlines. He's a strong supporter of cryptocurrency. In fact, he purchased a airliner. I don't know how much it cost, but he saved $7 million because he used cryptocurrency. He didn't have to pay all those fees. He didn't have to pay all of that, all of those transaction fees, and he didn't have to pay that with the cryptocurrency, and he didn't have to pay a lot of taxes because he used a commodity. Wow. He didn't use fiat currencies. Bill Gates is heavily invested, the last I heard, over $400 million in the blockchain, which is cryptocurrency, which is what I just showed you guys. Okay, this gentleman here is, I like this guy. He's a crazy guy. He's a billionaire. He owns McAfee Security antivirus system. He's a genius. He's a brilliant guy. They said this guy can hack into anything, okay? He's like a super major abominable hacker. So that's why his antivirus is so powerful, because he knows how to block out the hackers. He made a statement, and you can watch his video. He said that the Federal Reserve is dead because of cryptocurrencies, okay? Because of cryptocurrencies, he said that the Federal Reserve is dead, okay? The Federal Reserve is dead because of cryptocurrency is coming. It may not be Bitcoin, okay? Maybe something else. He said it may not be Bitcoin, but it's coming. Because there's other coins coming out, you guys, right now. You have Ethereum coin. You have quite a few coins now out, okay? So he said that when it comes, it's like Pandora's box. When it opens, you will never, said it again, never get that idea back in the box. And when it comes, the Federal Reserve will disappear. That is a powerful statement. Now, I'm saying to you guys, with the emergence of cryptocurrency, it is forcing people to learn about money. It is forcing people to learn about the Federal Reserve. It is not a part of this country. It is not a part of the United States. There's nothing federal about it, and there's nothing reserve about it. They just print money until the inflation just skyrockets. And so when people learn that they have the power to decide what object they're going to use as trade. If I tell Mike right now, hey, Mike, I'm going to sell this car. Give me 20,000 acorns. To me, that's what I want as a medium of exchange for my car. To me, that's valuable, okay? Now, the deal is based on what a buyer and seller agrees on. That's business. Every agreement is based on two people agreeing. And whatever we agree on, that's the deal. Now, if everybody in the country decided they wanted acorns for their transactions, guess what happened to acorns? Acorns will become scarce. People will start grabbing acorns. Acorns will become in demand, and the demand will grow, and the availability of that particular item will deplete. That's called supply and demand. And we don't have that when it comes to money. They can just print as much as they want, and that's why it doesn't have any value. Walt Disney just invested over $1 billion in the blockchain technology. They just invested over $1 billion in blockchain. Okay, why? Because they want to have their own Disney coin? No, that's not why. They're doing it because of intellectual properties. Remember, I said it was a distributed ledger. It's a ledger that you can put a transaction on. Any financial, any item of value, you can type it in there. It'll go out to 100 million, 2 billion. How many people is in that particular blockchain? It'll go out to all of them. They'll validate and verify that material. So Disney spends billions and billions of dollars on intellectual properties, on trademarks, on copyrights. So now they can use this worldwide distributed ledger, which is going to save them billions of dollars in court fees, attorney fees, okay? And it's going to save so much time in court, okay? You see where this is going, okay? So this thing has a lot of value other than just currency. All right, this is it. We're going to wrap this up. Stanford, NYU, and Duke are now teaching courses in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. They're charging you guys $13,000 to $18,000 to learn what I'm teaching you, what Stanley's teaching you, what we're learning right now. You guys got to pay $18,000 to learn this stuff, and then they kick you out the door after you spend the $18,000 or go in debt for the $18,000, and they don't give you anything. Figure it out. Okay, we gave you the knowledge. Bye. Good luck. If you guys spent $18,000 with me and Stanley, we'll show you guys how to make that money create momentum, how you can own cryptocurrencies, and that cryptocurrency now is going up in value. So you guys can spend $10 with us now. You can spend $5. You guys can spend $15 and learn what these people are charging you $18,000 to learn. I made this point to share with you. Duke is a major university, okay? NYU, these are major schools. This thing is going to be around a while. This is not going nowhere. That's why I put that slide here to share with you guys how significant this is. That's an Ivy League school, Duke. I've been on Duke campus with my daughters. That is a major school, okay? So they're not teaching this stuff for nothing, okay? So you guys are ahead of the game. So get ready for the ride of your life. I'm going to bring Stanley out. He can share some of the income with you guys. Look at that guy pulling his shirt off. That's how I feel sometimes. Like, woo! I'm so happy I'm in this position. I'm so happy I understand this right now. Because we're all in a great position to leverage this and take advantage of this. So get your cryptocurrencies now. Don't wait. You can profit from this. You can make a difference. Earn while you learn. So with that, you guys, we're going to go ahead and let Stanley go ahead and do his thing. Stanley, you there? He going to show y'all the money.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, thanks, Eric. You did an awesome job, man. Very thorough, man. Breaking it all the way down for a lot of the people that's already here right now. So how many people want to call and ready to make some money? We've seen about everything that's going on in this cryptocurrency space, how powerful it is, how many use cases are being presented right now into the marketplaces. So with that being said, I mean, everybody sees the value at this point right now. I know everybody's about ready to go ahead and how can we get started? How can we start making some money with this deal? All right. So give me a second. I'm trying to pop up my screen. I want to make sure that everything is secure. Okay, cool. I'm going to share my screen real quick. And I want to go to the main page right here. All right, cool. So just as soon as you get started, you get back to the person who invited you to this call. Get the link from them, and from there you're gonna be able to get started right here. So this is the first screen that you're gonna see just as soon as you get started. And what we're doing is we actually are investing into a team of professional traders that's gonna go into these cryptocurrency exchanges. watch the market, figure out when it's a good time to get in on this thing, buy low and sell high, right? That's the name of the game. Buy low and sell high. But when you become an experienced trader, not only can you make money as the price goes up, but you can also make money as the price goes down. So with this team of professional traders, we are able to lock arms with them and let them handle all of the technical details when it comes to trading on the cryptocurrency exchanges. And the only thing that we have to do is entrust them with, you know, an investment. All right. And we can get started. Like Eric said, we can get started with this thing for, you know, a very, very reasonable amount. Right. So I'm just going to jump in real quick. I'm going to log in. I'm going to show you guys how you can you know, log into this thing, get a referral link, and also make a deposit here, right? So let me make sure I'm able to log in real quick. This is live, so give me a second. I want to make sure I don't make any errors. Oh. Wow. All right, give me this right here that you see is a 2FA or two-factor authentication. This is for an extra layer of security on my account. So once you guys can get in here, you can definitely start to double encrypt your accounts so that they can be more secure, especially when it's time that we're living in, this digital age that we're living in. There's a lot of cyber attacks, a lot of cyber crimes going on. So give me 1 second. Let me make sure that I can get in. And once I'm in, bang, this is the first page you're going to see, all right? This is the dashboard, okay? This is the dashboard of your back office. This is where you can actually start to make investments. This is where you can start to build a team of investors, and you can see all of the growth and development from your operation right here. See, I got some personal information here. Miss Sally was asking me earlier about this money that's accumulating right here in your account right here. So this money that's accumulating in your account right here, this money is not working for you right now. All right. So with that being said, you can either take this money and you can withdraw it to one of your Bitcoin wallets, so you can have more use for it, or you can just automatically reinvest it back into this company and open up a new investment portfolio. All right. So I'm gonna run through this pretty quick. I'm gonna show you guys what some of the money looks like if you start to make an investment. I'm gonna use this profit calculator that's already built onto the site right quick. And you see the first thing we see right here is standard and top trade. And these are the two different investment portfolios that we offer here on the E-Trade platform. Okay, the standard investment package starts off. You can get started with an investment as small as $10, and that investment package goes all the way up to $30,000. All right. Top trade investment portfolios, they pay you a little bit more each month. I think it's between 20 and 30%. The top trades are 15 to 25% based off of your investment, and they pay that out each and every month, every day minus the weekends. Okay, so you see right here, I can invest in BTC, I can invest in ETH, and I can also invest in USD. Okay, now we like to focus on BTC and Ethereum, the digital currencies, because not only are we gaining 15 to 25% based on what the traders are doing every day, but we're also gaining the appreciation just by being invested into this digital currency market, right? So Bitcoin right here, Bitcoin right now is about $1,200. With the introduction of this new ETF that the Winklevoss twins are proposing, that price can obviously go much higher than it is right now at $1,200. Okay, so with that being said, if we got started with $1,000 today, all right, and that's 1,000 BTC. So 1,000 BTC is not equivalent to $1,000. So I'm gonna use my handy dandy Bitcoin converter, and it's going to convert this money for me real easily. Okay, so if I just had $1,000 and I wanted to see how much does that equal in Bitcoin, okay, so I'll just put this $1,000 right here, and it's going to automatically populate a BTC number for me. Okay, so 0.7920 is equivalent to $1,000. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna plug that into the box real quick, just so that you can get some idea of what's going on. So 0.7917, like I said, that's equivalent to $1,000. And on the E-Trade platform, we like to keep our investment portfolios open for a minimum of 60 days. That way we don't incur any early termination fees, no penalties. Okay, so we keep them open for a minimum of 60 days, and look at already what started to happen. Okay, we've already profited 0.370516. Okay, and that's simply from just making an investment and just leaving it there for 60 days. All right, 60 days. All right, so we're going to get a return of one whole Bitcoin plus plus 0.162216. And let's see what that equals back on this handy dandy Bitcoin converter. Okay, so 1.162216 is equivalent to $1,467. All right, and that's from an initial investment of $1,000. So if right now, if anybody can see the value of an extra $467 from making a small investment of $1,000 right now, I just need to see somebody, give me a fist pump or something, because this is exciting. I'm making money. My money is making money for me. All right. I don't have to go talk to a bunch of my friends and family. I don't have to recruit a whole bunch of people. I don't have to have any home parties or go to any hotel parties. I don't have to listen to long, boring seminars. I don't have to do any of that. The only thing I have to do is, one, start to convert some of my fiat currency over into digital currency. And then two, I can start actively investing into these passive investment opportunities, all right, with a team of professional traders that's actually going onto the cryptocurrency exchanges and, capitalizing on that market, right? So, again, I sold you $467, and that's from simply making an investment and leaving it there. You're going to get paid profits out each and every day from this company, minus the weekends, okay? Now, let's just say you didn't want those profits coming in every day. You wanted to automatically reinvest all of the profits that you're getting, right? So you see right here where we get auto reinvest feature. Okay, this auto reinvestment feature can be toggled on, it can be toggled off. Simple as that. As soon as I toggle it on, what I'm doing now is called compounding my interest. Okay, compounding my interest. So that means that instead of investing $1,000, each and every day I gain profit from that $1,000 is going to be automatically reinvested back into that initial investment, and that way I'm going to start earning a little bit more. Okay, so we see how that this slight shift has changed the number. It looks pretty drastic to me. I like it. It's more than what I started with. I know that much. So I'm gonna just take this total profit right here. This is the total profit from $1,000, and we're gonna go back to the trusty dusty simple Bitcoin converter, and we're gonna plug that in, and you see 1.26 BTC at today's market price. Okay, is $1,593. So what that shows me is that's an extra $593 from what I initially started with, was at $1,000. And that's for doing absolutely nothing. Okay. All I have to do is make an investment. All right. Let my money start working for me and stop working so hard to go and get the money. All right.
I have a question.
Please. Please.
Okay. So the 467 and the $467 is one way of receiving monies, and then you auto reinvest it, and then that's when you get the $593.
$593. That's for simply toggling on this on and off button. And I'm gonna scroll down to the bottom of the screen real quick, because it seems like
is that in addition to the 467? Or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
That'll be more than phenomenal. That's
right.
But definitely. So you see the difference here is just that auto reinvest feature, and that's called compounding. All right, compounding. Okay, so with just taking the profits every day, they're gonna pay you profits every day minus the weekends, and that's going to equate to 15 to 25% at the end of the month. Okay, so they're going to pay you those profits out each and every day. Now, if you want to collect those profits and you just want to, go and find other things to do with your money, then that's fine. You can do that. But if you wanted to take those profits and automatically reinvest them right back into that initial investment, then you can easily toggle this auto reinvestment feature on or off, leave that investment portfolio alone for 60 days at a minimum, and then you will not be penalized for withdrawing your money in its entirety at the end of those 60 days, right? So again, we're gaining $594 for just simply making an investment and just forgetting about it.
Okay, so on the 61st day, that's when you hit the auto reinvest.
Not at all. You want to be reinvesting that every day because you're going to be getting profits every day.
Okay.
So if I turn this auto reinvestment feature off right now, what's going to happen is the next day when the traders start trading or when the traders finish trading and they actually start to pay the profits out, those profits are going to go right back over here to my wallet, and it's going to start accumulating right here. And this is pretty much a dead wallet. Nothing is happening here. None of my money is being invested here. It's just sitting there waiting for me to either invest it or withdraw it. Okay. So again, I mean, if you're making an investment, if you don't need the money right away, I would suggest to take advantage of the auto reinvestment feature. Take advantage of that compounding, because compounding it makes all of the difference. Okay, it definitely does. So, and again, we can leave these. Let's say if I leave this thing open for 90 days. It's $1,000 that I left in there for 90 days. I'm compounding this investment. I started with an initial investment of $1,000, right? $1,000, 90 days. We're almost doubling up. Well, we definitely doubled our money. We doubled our money just by simply investing it, compounding it, and leaving it alone for 90 days. All right. Nowhere else is anybody doing this. All right. The banks cannot claim to do this. No investment product that you're going to buy is going to be able to do this. I don't care if you call yourself jumping onto the cryptocurrency exchanges yourself and start trying to take advantage of yourself. It's very, very risky, and you may lose faster than you win. So with this, by locking arms with this team of professional traders, these guys take care of all of that technical stuff for you. They go into the cryptocurrency exchanges just themselves, all right, and they make the trades for you. All you do is collect the returns on your investments each and every day. All right. So you can see down here at the bottom, I got a couple of investment portfolios open, and you can already see how much profit they're starting to accrue. I've only had this one open for a couple of days now. And you see today, our traders gained, they paid out their investors 0.75%. All right. So that's almost 1%. So if they're paying almost 1%, each and every day, at the end of the month, that's almost 30%. All right. So again, with standard packages, they pay you between 15 and 25% based off of your investment. And let's see what this is gaining already. So a couple of days I had this thing open. I've accrued today $7.55 today, and yesterday it must have been around seven something, because I've accrued $14.65. off an initial investment of 1.1. All of this is profit. Okay. So this is only 2 days. So imagine how this thing is going to keep going up. And again, that's based off of my investment. So if I invest small, I'm going to expect small returns. But if I invest big, I'm going to start to see bigger returns on my investments. All right. And this is a very transparent company. Not only do they go into the cryptocurrency exchanges and they trade for you, but they also give you a lot of the education, and also look at the stats. They give you statistics. All right. These are week by week financial reports on what the company traders have traded. And it also gives you a lot of inside information on what's going on in this cryptocurrency space. Okay. You see right here, I'm going to skip past for the week of February 20th to the 24th. The company traders have managed to earn 3.64% net income for the standard investors and 3.95% for the top trade investors. Okay. The price of Bitcoin has reached a new all-time high. By the end of the week, it reached 1222. Now, we have opened short positions on the BTC to USD in an average range of 1180 to 1210, and we close them at 1135. And we expect continued growth of BTC, which will be accompanied by the increased volatility. All right, and we strongly recommend to set stop orders to minimize your risk. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right here, and I'm just gonna point out that these guys are giving you very, very valuable information. Okay, this information can be taken and used on the cryptocurrency exchanges, so you can trade by yourself. All right, with some of the tips that they're giving you right here. Okay, they have open short positions. Okay, you can open a short position and make money as the price goes down, or you can open a long position and you can make money as the price goes up. So these guys tell you that they've opened short positions on the BTC to USD. They tell you which markets they're trading in the average range of 1180 to 1210. All right, so they're going to start scalping this thing and start raking in some profits for all of our investors. So these guys are doing a hell of a job by getting us all of the information and also going onto the cryptocurrency exchanges and doing that trading for us. Okay, we can also see some of the Ethereum trades. All right, we see from right here from February 6th to February 10th, the minimum, and then we're dealing with Ethereum trades right now. Ethereum. All right, the minimum buy for Ethereum was 0.0107. All right, and the maximum sale during this week was 0.0113. Okay, they did 91 trades. They had a Bitcoin volume of about 97 BTC, and they had a profit of about 2%. Okay, so let's just look at the buy and the sell. Okay, because again, if I wanted to go into the cryptocurrency exchanges myself, the only thing I have to do is look. I know the professionals over here at ETH Trade are buying Ethereum at about 0.0107, and they're selling it at about 0.0113. So the only thing I have to do is duplicate these guys, and I can get some of the same returns that they're getting. Okay, some of the same returns. See, they did from February 13th to February 17th and February 20th to the 24th. These guys are very thorough. They also show you some of the top altcoins. All right, these guys are not just trading Bitcoin. These guys are not just trading Ethereum. These guys are trading all of the cryptocurrencies that they see volatility, volume, and an opportunity to actually capitalize and rake some of those profits out of there. Okay, we see the GNT coin and the Dash coin were the top altcoins for this trade period. Okay, it was about 40%. They deposited about 40% of their entire trade capital into altcoins. Okay, the total altcoins profit brought them back 14%. The total company trades about 219. The total company profit is about 7.3%. The total investors profit, again, for the standard investment portfolios is about 3.64. And the total investors profit for the top trade investment portfolios are 3.95%. So again, this is a very, very transparent company. They leave a lot of valuable information inside of here so that you can refer back to and actually start to get some more information when it comes to trading on the cryptocurrency exchanges. Now, again, these guys also give you education. So that's only a sip of it. That's not even a whole fifth, right? So you see these guys, they give you a financial report. Now, this is not just a week by week financial report. This is a complete annual report of everything that these guys did last year. All right. So if we know anything up until this point, we know that history repeats itself. Okay. So with that being said, if I open the books and I see exactly what was going on with this company and with their trades 1 year ago from today, then I can almost, get a clear idea of which direction the market is going. Okay. So you can download this report and you can refer back to it whenever you want. You also see Understanding Ethereum. And this is a complete ebook that you can download right now that'll give you all of the information about Ethereum. Okay. The developers put this thing together so that you can understand it. All right. It's a little technical, but again, this is very, very informative. All right. Also, you see tutorials right here. This tutorial sections, you can also download this. It comes in a PDF form. And this gives you information so that you can go into the cryptocurrency exchanges yourself. Well, first of all, first for the people who haven't got started yet, if you do not have a Bitcoin wallet, this tutorial will show you exactly how to get a Bitcoin wallet, how to get it set up, how to get it funded, and then how to go onto the cryptocurrency exchanges so that you can start trading yourself if that's something that you're interested in. You see, they offer a lot of education when it comes to Bitcoin and digital currency, Ethereum, ICO, middle term ICOs. This is great information if you wanted to, invest into an ICO. Okay, and an ICO is pretty much like an IPO. All right, initial public offering. Well, this is an initial coin offering. All right, this is crowdfunding almost. All right, they're raising money for the introduction of their coin. Okay, we see how to create crypto wallets and how to register on crypto exchanges. Some of your first trading steps. Okay, major cryptocurrency development clusters, trading a long-term strategy, trading the crypto deposit. So again, this is a nudge for you to attack the marketplace as well to go out onto the currency and start dominating them yourself. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna jump over and I'm gonna show real quick what the traders had already traded for up to last month. Okay. Well, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna read this all the way out because this is actually how we're gonna get started right now. If you guys do not know, right now it's a 4-step process in order to get started. It's the first one that you need to do is go to get back to the person who referred you here, get a link from them, and register your account. Is free. It only takes an email address. All right. Make sure you're using the right email address because we are going to be dealing with an account that's actually holding your money. Okay. So register with an email address. You can also link one of your social media pages to it where you can easily access the platform. Step 2 is we're going to make that investment. We're going to make an initial investment into the trust of our traders. All right. Step 3, those traders are going to actively start trading these digital currencies on the cryptocurrency exchanges. And they're also going to provide you with those weekly reports and show you exactly what's going on with the traders. All right. Step 4, it's time to get paid. They're going to pay out equal division of the final profit between the company and investors. And again, they do that every day minus the weekends. All right. So that's huge. You can get started as a standard investor. All right. Or you can also get started as a top trade investor. They pay you on the investment portfolios up to 30% in the top trades. And at this level, the minimum investment is actually $5,000. All right. $5,000 is not a drop in this big ocean. All right. It's not a drop of water in this big ocean. There are going to be big investors that's coming from Wall Street. All right. That's coming from the stock market, especially if this ETF passes. OK, because what happens if this ETF passes? All right. This exchange traded fund passes. Then now those old farts on Wall Street that's been trading in these boring stock markets year after year, they're going to start to be able to give this option, a Bitcoin trade option, to regular investors. All right. Never before has this been able. All right. I couldn't take your money and trade Bitcoin on your behalf until this exchange traded fund has been approved. Once this is approved, then stockbrokers can trade on your behalf on the stock market. All right. Against all other type of currencies, assets, and investment over here is about 100,000. Give me 1 second. I lost my screen. Cool. Yep, maximum investment is 100,000 over here, and the profit from the investors is about 20 to 30% per month. And again, that's based off the investment portfolio.
It'll show you guys about the crowdfunding and the ICOs. It'll explain that to you guys perfectly.
Awesome, definitely. So the daily accruals and the withdrawal of the profit, like I said, is based on the traders. So what you're going to profit every day, I can't tell you how much you're going to profit every day. It does not equate to 25% every month. It does not equate to 30% every month. This is based off of what the traders are trading on the cryptocurrency exchange. exchanges. So depending upon how profitable they are, depends on how much they're able to give back to their investors. All right, the investment period on these particular top trade investment portfolios are 180 days, and you can start making withdrawals from your profits as soon as they reach $10. Okay, you can start to release this portfolio early if you need to. After 30 days, you're able to withdraw up to 15%. After 60 days, you can withdraw up to 30%. And remind you, this is without penalty. After 90 days, you can withdraw up to 45%. After 120 days, you can draw 60%. 150 days, 75%. And after 180 days, you can withdraw 100% of that investment. All right. And the total profit for 180 days is between 120 to 180%. All right. So nowhere else are they going to pay you 20% on your money in 180 days. All right. 180 days, they're not going to give you 180% of your investment. Nobody else can do that. All right. Processing of withdrawals takes between 3 to 5 business days, and you can make a withdrawal request on any given possible day. All right. The schedule of the traders, again, is from Monday through Friday. And let's take a look right here, because this is a accrual calendar. All right. This gives you a clear scope of what's happened in the past and what's happening right now in the present. You can see already right now, this is the beginning of the month. We've already earned for our standard investors 1.46%. And for the top trade investors, we've already earned 1.58%. Okay, and again, this is from March 1st to March 3rd. I'm going to change this to say 28. And I'm going to change this to February. And I'm going to change it to February.
I do have a question while you're doing that. So when they start investing on the, what did you say, ETA?
ETH?
Yeah, when the investors, the traders start trading, how do we pay them? How do they get paid? Like when they start trading the coins.
The traders are going to get paid based off of their trades. Okay, so when the company pays its investors, they're not paying you exactly how much the traders profited. They've already taken their profit from the top.
Okay, got you. I was just wondering if we were going to be feed some type of way off the top or whatever. I mean, well, it's off the top already. We just won't be seeing it.
There's no monthly investment is needed. You don't have to pay a membership fee just for being a part of this. The only thing you have to do is pretty much everything that I'm covering today. You just need investment. The traders a trade, and they'll pay you a return on your investment every day. Okay, this is a rather short month right here, February 1st to February 28th. We did manage to bring in, for the standard investment portfolios, we did manage to bring in 13.6%. And for the top trade investment portfolios, we still brought in 14.71%. Again, if we wanted to check this out from the calendar, we can see what happened on each calendar day. Okay, again, minus the weekends. All right, the ones at the top are the top trades, the standard investment portfolios, and the numbers at the bottom are the top trade investment portfolios. Okay, so again, these guys are very transparent. If you guys do not have $5,000 to get started today, please do not run off. Do not exit off the webinar. You can get started today with a minimum investment of $10. All right, $10 worth of Bitcoin, and you can be invested into this thing. Okay. $10 worth of Bitcoin. If you would have bought $10 worth of Bitcoin in 2009, how much would you be up right now? You would be up a lot. Okay. If Bitcoin was worth $1, let's say Bitcoin was worth $1 in 2009. All right. And you could have got involved in this for much lower than $1. But if Bitcoin was worth $1, that means today you will have 10 Bitcoins. Because you got one Bitcoin for $1. 1 times 10 is 10. Okay, 10 BTC is equivalent to over $10,000 right now. So for a $10 investment that you could have made a couple of years ago, that investment is now worth over $10,000. All right. If that sounds like something that you want to be invested in right now, then what you need to do is you need to get back to the person who referred you here, get a link, and get started today. The maximum amount of investments for the standard investment portfolios are no more than $30,000. And again, that is dependent on your status. So if you do not have status in this company, you will not be able to invest those large amounts. But again, they pay you between 15 and 25% per month, and it's based on the size of your investment portfolios. They do not trade on the weekends. They do not trade on holidays, and they like to keep the investment portfolios open for a minimum of 60 days. Okay, now I was talking about the statuses that they have in this company. And you can see there's a couple different statuses. They got the Frontier, the Homestead, Metropolis, Serenity, Co-Founder, and the Co-Founder Plus. And each one of these levels will pay you a bigger percentage of all of the investors that you start to bring into the company. It's going to pay you a percentage based off of your status in the company. So the Frontier status is given to you just as soon as you start in the company. And the weekly investment limit is $500 at this level. The weekly withdrawal limit is $300, and you're going to be earning again from everything that your team deposits and also everything that they profit. Okay, and you're going to get paid each one of these levels for anything that your team deposits and also anything that they profit. Okay, at the Homestead level, you reach this level just as soon as your investment portfolio reaches $1,000. And your weekly limit for investments is $1,000, and your weekly withdrawal limit is $500. And Metropolis is the next level. This is your weekly limit for investments is $3,000 at this level, and your weekly withdrawal limit is $1,000 at this level. The next is Serenity, and the weekly limit is $5,000, and the weekly withdrawal limit is $2,000. And you see this goes all the way up to the Co-Founder Plus, and at the Co-Founder Plus, your weekly limit for investments is $10,000, and you can withdraw $5,000 per week. Okay, and you can always refer back to this platform, get all of the information that I'm sharing with you today. You can always refer back here and get any of this information. So I'm gonna share one more thing with you guys, and if you guys have any questions, then make sure you write them down, get them ready for me, because I'm about ready to open this thing up for questions and answers. All right. So as you guys are getting those ready, I'm gonna share with you guys what they call ICOs. Okay, and this is it's a little bit old information because some of these projects have already came and passed, but they do offer you a lot of reference points. Okay, so again, an initial coin offering is a popular way of cryptocurrency distribution. Okay, it reminds many people in ways of like I said, the initial public offering. Okay, when a company goes public, all right, to raise money, obviously, right, but it has some key differences. Anyone can participate in the ICO, so it does not matter if you don't have $1 million in capital. It doesn't matter if doesn't matter if you can afford to do that. You can get started in these ICOs with very, very small amounts. Average people can start to participate in these things. Okay, so in many cases, you will need BTC.
Right, and it yanked all these bitches from back here.
So that's one of the things that you guys need to understand right now. You guys, by investing into BTC, what you guys are doing, you guys are buying purchasing power. Okay, because never before would you would have an opportunity to invest into any investment platform like this unless you have BTC. Okay, so in order to participate in a lot of these ICOs, in order to participate in a lot of these investment projects, you will need BTC. All right, Ethereum has just recently become popular, so a lot of times you can invest with Ethereum and not so much with BTC. But again, here's some of the following sources that are, like I said, the main sources that I use. I use these things a lot to track ICOs. Okay, so I can start to take advantage of these initial coin offerings and get in before the marketplace even has an idea that this thing is coming. Okay, you can see it right here: ICO rating, ICO tracker, and a couple of other ones. But you see a Decent right here. This is a decentralized platform for hosting all types of digital content, articles, books, blogs, video, music, pictures, audio and video streaming software. Okay, these give you great information on some of the ICOs that's getting ready to start. Okay, you see this thing started 11/9/216. It ends 6/11/216. Gives you a lot of information. Rating score, risky, Kibo Lotto, gambling site, the first decentralized blockchain and Ethereum smart contract based lotto. So I don't know if you guys know yet, but the gambling arena is wide open when it comes to cryptocurrency. Okay, they're using cryptocurrencies for gaming. Okay, so again, this is just information or reference points that you can use to go back and find some of these different ICOs that you can take advantage of. This ICO countdown, and you see they have a couple of different coins that's getting ready to come out. All right, you can always refer back to any one of these sites that I'm sharing with you and get some more information when it comes to trading, or investing into one of these coin offerings. Okay, kind of gives you an idea of which coins are real, which projects are real, which projects are scammy, which projects are frowned upon. All right. A lot of this information has already been done for you. A lot of this research has already been done. You don't have to go out and try to find out any and everything, because all of the information is right here at this central point on the E-Trade platform, okay? Ethereum proof collected 25,000 BTC. The initial coin offering price was 0.00050 BTC, all right? The price as of November 21st, 0.0133 BTC. So imagine that. Imagine if you would have got in on this ICO price at 0.00050, and right now the price of that is 0.0133. That is a huge growth. All right. Same thing with waves. Total collected waves, they collected about 30,000 BTC for the waves project. The ICO price was 0.0003 BTC. All right, that's literally pennies. Okay, now the price as of 11/21, again, 0.0038 BTC. All right, doesn't see that much growth, but again, you will not always benefit or profit from doing this, but of course you will have a greater advantage. Give me 1 second, I got phones ringing.
Hey, Stanley, I think we got to wrap it up, man. That was great, man. You did a wonderful job, man. Awesome job, man. I want to go more into the future, into the ICO part of it. We need to understand more about that ICO. I'm understanding it more, but I need the team to really absorb that part of it, because that's where we all can make a lot of money by starting our own projects on Ethereum and creating these ICOs, our own coins, which is basically like a crowdfunding. This industry is wide open, man. It's so fresh and new. There's so much room to make money. And I wanted to open up for questions and answers now, and then we go ahead and wrap it up.
All right, cool. So let's do it. Let's do it. If anybody has any questions, man, this is the perfect time to get them answered.
Any questions?
Yeah, I got a question.
Cool.
The ICOs that you just showed for, they all different prices, different range there. I saw a list of different ICOs that you listed on the Ethereum page. Is it like I guess I just had to look at it, take a look at it, and see all the details of it.
Yeah, once you get in there, you see the details. Some of them have like a minimum price point that you can come in at. A lot of times there's $10 worth of BTC. You can buy a bunch of tokens for ICO. And
you say BTC, you talking about Bitcoin, right?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Bitcoin. Yep. You can buy some tokens. You know, they may give you a deal, like you can get 1,000 for a certain price. All right, 1,000 of these coins. All right, they sell them in block sizes like that. So it's all dependent upon the crowd offering that they come up with. And again, you can find a lot of that information at the reference spots that I just showed to you guys. It's a lot of information that you could just go back to on your own and figure out what's happening, what's getting ready to happen, what we can take advantage of. And like Eric said, we can't do it all by ourselves. So if you guys are, studying this information that we're sharing with you guys, all right, and looking into the information that we give you, you can help us to find, some of these good deals that's out there, all right, and bring them back and present them to us, and we can take it from there.
And the ETF that you were talking about with the twins,
yes,
that's a legal thing that's coming, and you said March the 15th or something like that.
March 11th.
March 11th.
Well,
March
just
11th.
remember,
The ETF has to either be approved.
Yeah. Just remember this, WB, that cryptocurrency is legal in America. There's no question about it. It's legal. It's defined as a commodity on the Security Exchange Commission. What they're trying to approve is the trading of Bitcoin on the Wall Street platform. That's what they're doing. And they got investors. They said over 100 million people are waiting for that to happen because they want to trade. So what do you think that's going to do to the coin?
It's going to make it up.
So that's what they're waiting for.
But it's going to be like $5,000 a coin.
Yeah.
It happens or not. Whether it
No,
happens or not,
she was spot on. Right.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I have a question. What was my question?
Hey.
Don't be quiet. You was quiet all night. I do have a question. My question is, you said that you can still make money if the market went down.
Absolutely. The more experienced traders, or once you start to get more experience, you can definitely capitalize on the market as it goes down. Yep. So that's equivalent to calling a short. So, traders call it long, say, look, I'm calling a long order. All right. So I'm expecting the price of Bitcoin to keep going up. All right. If it goes down instead of going up and I call the long position, then I start losing as the price goes down. But if I call a short position and I'm saying that, yeah, the price is going to go down, then as far as the price drops, I'm going to keep earning money as the price goes down. But again, that's for a little bit more experienced traders. And of course, you would have to get onto the cryptocurrency exchanges yourself and start to figure out how things work there.
Okay, so I wouldn't be letting the investors do that for me. I would have to do that myself.
Well, you're going to still gain profit from what this company offers. And that's 15 to 25% based off of your investment each and every month. Okay, so it doesn't matter if these traders have to call long calls, if they have to call short positions, if they have to, trade other altcoins. They're going to do anything and everything to make sure that they are able to pay their investors what they say they're going to pay their investors. All right, that has nothing to do with what you choose to do on the marketplace on your own, on the exchange your own. So if you wanted to go on the exchanges and you wanted to call some long positions, you wanted to call some short positions, you can do that. All right, but with this company, we don't have to worry about trading on the cryptocurrency exchanges. We don't have to worry about all of the hundreds of different digital currencies that are constantly being created. All right. The only thing that we need to do is find out where our affiliate link is and go and start getting more investors. All right. We're going to get paid automatically from whatever it is that we invest into the company. Okay. So whether that's $10 or whether that's $10,000, we're going to start to earn a return on that investment each and every day, minus the weekends, for doing absolutely nothing. I don't have to worry about trading.
Okay, so if it goes into the stock market, and it really just Ethereum, the Ethereum one. If it goes onto the stock market and become public, and it goes up, or even the Bitcoin, if that once they make this decision on the 11th, and it goes up and up and up and up and up, and then President Trump get on there and say something crazy, and then it goes down. Like it just dropped, like, because if folks start freaking out and start snatching their coins out.
No, that's not going to happen. Let me answer that, Stanley. First of all, this coin is independent of the stock market. This coin, the value was created even as there's only 6% of the world even know about cryptocurrency. Value has been created because people are buying it, selling it, they're using it in trade. The Wall Street will help the value. Yes, it will help the value to expedite the incline, but it's not going to stop that coin from becoming eventually 100,000, 200,000 a coin. Why? Because it's supply and demand. There's only 16 million of those coins in the world. That's it. You can't keep printing them. And it has a technology that is in demand, that has a lot of usage for it. Now, Donald Trump can say what he wants to say. He's not going to really affect anything on the stock market that's in demand. See, when people find things that's in demand, when it's a hot item, when it's a hot technology, it doesn't matter what a person says, because it's buying and selling. Again, what is a Walmart? What is stock market? Buying and selling. Buying and selling. So it is the actual trend that's creating the value. And I'm gonna tell you what else is creating value that we're not talking about. Branding. Whenever you have a brand, that creates value. That's why you pay $1 million, $2 million for a McDonald's. Before you even break ground with your McDonald's, you pay for the franchise. Why? Because you're paying for a name. The name has value. So I think that as you spend more time in the Ethereum realm, you'll understand more about trading. And I was under the illusion for years that trading only makes money when it goes up. And a lot of people think that. But they got people that position themselves for a market to go down, and they bet against the market, whatever market it is. It could be Japanese yen, it could be Bitcoins, it could be Sears, it could be Walmart's. If you bet against the market, go and then bet on it going down, you're gonna make money. It's all about your position. See, that's why when you go to Wall Street, you see bulls and bears. So it just all depends on that person's position. If whichever way they're betting against a particular item, if they're going with it, then they're anticipating it to go up. If they're going against it, then they make money when it crashes. So that's why Stanley was saying that it doesn't make a difference which way these coins go. The traders in Ethereum, they watch these coins and they trade against some coins and with some coins. And so they're showing you their every week profits, and they're sharing those profits with us based on what certain coins are doing or not doing. Does that make sense?
Yes, I mean, I understand that. Even President Trump said that he made money in 2008 when the market crashed. He was like, I loved it. He admitted that he was like, great. That was great because I made big money. Millions, he said.
And you know how he made money? If you watch that movie, The Big Short, you'll see how he made money.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the mortgage market.
Right. He bought up all that stuff. So anyway, so that's why the first question that I had asked earlier, do we personally need to know how to do if it goes up to $3,000 Bitcoin, if Bitcoin goes up to $3,000 per coin, and then he gets on there, or anybody gets on there for that matter, and starts talking stupid, and folks panic and start grabbing their monies and stuff, then you're saying that the traders of Bitcoin are going to protect our investment by betting against the market, so we don't personally have to jump in there and start knowing how to trade and start trying to bet and figure out and all stuff against the market. Is that what you're saying? Or you're saying I do need to jump my butt in there and start learning how to trade against the market?
No, you
That's
don't.
the beauty of
No,
this.
you don't. No, you don't. You don't. You don't have to do that. The market is something separate than what Bitcoin is actually started with. The Bitcoin value has been created by people like me and you using the coin in business to trade or buy things to use it. Usability is what created the $1,200 per
Hey,
coin.
Eric.
Go ahead.
Eric, I just want to say something. If you remember that, okay, Bitcoin has already established itself as a brand anyway. And it's been around. It done went through its phases of going up and going down, and it's worldwide. It's not just in the United States. So even if the president say whatever he gonna say, it still is being traded or is still popularized all over the world. It's not just the United States.
Right.
Anyway. So
Great
we gotta
point.
look at it from that perspective too.
Great point.
Yeah,
Great
that's a
point.
great-
I mean,
that's a
because
great- that's a great input.
yeah, because
was
I
trying to
mean,
make sure the young lady understood, because she asked a question, and I want to make sure she understood, or we gave her a good answer where she could kind of understand it. No one person. I mean, I understand what you're saying, that people make silly comments and stuff, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Trump made a comment about the American dollar, and it affected the dollar. It affected the dollar, but I'm gonna tell you why it affected the dollar. The reason it affected the dollar, because the dollar has no value other than people's faith in it. It's not backed by gold. It's not a limited commodity because they print it all the time. Okay, so the
silver,
only thing
platinum,
that value is people's faith in it. So when he said something about the dollar, it made people back away from the dollar. So that made the dollar go down some. No, most presidents don't make comments about the dollar. They usually try to make people believe everything's okay, patuna patana, keep doing what you're doing. He made a comment against the dollar, and it affected the dollar on Wall Street. So I understand her question, but you got to remember, Bitcoin is not backed by governments. It's not something that people can just print. It's something that created its own value. Now investors are like, oh my God, we want to get in and trade that. They want to get in on it. They want to start putting their money behind it. And when that happens, that thing will take off like a rocket, no matter what nobody says. Because at the end of the day, a dollar, an American dollar, okay, a dollar doesn't have an electronic function like cryptocurrency. A dollar does not have a blockchain to it. This don't got no blockchain to it. This ain't nothing but a piece of paper. That's it. But the cryptocurrency is an actual technology where I can send money over my phone. And that's the difference. So we actually have a real commodity of value. We have something of real value that's a limited commodity. I don't think something that he could say can really affect it, and I don't think you have to trade it. You don't have to go on Wall Street and be a trader yourself. All you have to do is position yourself as they thrust your coins up and up and up. Just you make sure you got a bunch of them coins. You make sure you got a few of them. So as that momentum pushes it, you're riding high. That's all we got to do. Well, I hope I answered your question.
I got a question for you. Okay, can you show us how you can calculate how many Satoshis equals a certain amount of BTC value?
Stanley could do that.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm gonna keep pointing you guys back to is this simple Bitcoin converter, okay? And this is an easy one that you can refer back to every time you got a question like this. preev.com, right? preev.com, and okay. I leave it in the chat box before I get out of here. But one BTC or let's do this 0.00001. All right, that's a cent. Or a cent and some fractions. All right. All right. So no matter how far I take, how many zeros I add on this. So you see how that's automatically going to generate a number for me? So if same thing if I wanted to go over here. If I wanted to go get me $15 of BTC, I would be expecting somebody to give me this much decimal, 0.01185, and I would be satisfied knowing that equates to $15. Now, when you're converting from USD into BTC, sometimes most times you are going to be charged a conversion rate. Okay, I always have to factor the conversion rate is. I can't foresee whatever that conversion rate is because everybody has a different conversion rate. But obviously, that would be factored into this, and that would kind of like change the price.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna ask you now. What if you want to buy a certain amount of Ethereum with your Bitcoin? How would you do that? Would you add that up? Like if you want to buy maybe like say $100 worth of Ethereum with your Bitcoin.
Okay, well this one only does Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Peercoin, but I got a converter for Ethereum.
Yeah, that's what I want to convert.
But I mean, we can simply let me see if I can go right here.
Hey, Massager, we can show you that. We can show you that later. I can show you all those equations, but I got to get ready to wrap this call up. We've been going a little long, so we got to wrap this up.
Because I was wondering, I'm just wondering if okay.
But that's easy. I can show you that later, but I got to wrap this call up. We've been going a little long. Let's go ahead and finish it up, and we'll do this again tomorrow.
What's
cool.
What are some of the? Well, I just wanted to ask, what are some good websites to get some good information about the coins again? Because I got Coin Market Cap.
That's great. That's a great one.
And I just wanted to know like some of the other websites.
Crypto Coins News.
Coin Market Cap. Yeah, and that's for news. That get you news. But if you want to get some information about the coins, then you can get all of that from CoinMarketCap.com. That'll be a great reference point for you. You can see all of the market caps. You can see the change within a 24-hour. You can see all of the value. You can go back to the website and get some information about that particular coin's use case and everything. So CoinMarketCap is an awesome reference point for you to get all of the information that you need on each one of these cryptocurrencies.
Okay.
Also, Crypto Coins News.
Crypto Coins News? Okay.
Yeah. Crypto Coins, plural. Crypto Coins News is a great one.
Okay.
And the other thing you can do is go to your Google notifications and put in there cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, and you'll get everything regarding that from Google. They'll send you notifications regarding cryptocurrencies, anything regarding blockchain technology.
Okay. So go to Google and type in crypto coin blockchain.
In the Google notifications, where your notifications is, that's where you type in whatever keywords you want them to notify you about. All the information that they have that is recent stuff that's posted, events and all that stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay?
Okay, that sounds good. All right.
Okay, you guys. So any other questions? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and sign out the Family Cash Machine. There was a great meeting. Anybody here who's listening, you guys need to start with this journey. Start converting your dead fiat currencies into cryptocurrencies. Start putting yourself in a position to leverage this opportunity, this great opportunity of cryptocurrency. And with that, you guys, we're going to go ahead and sign out. This is Stanley Walker, Eric Brent, everybody here in the Family Cash Machine. Miss Audrey, you guys have a great evening, and we'll see you guys tomorrow, same time. Okay, bye-bye.